so it can be difficult. Excuse me, I'm trying to do a video. Jeez, Dawhiri Mata, calm your farm, baby. Okay. That's not a recording now.
Kia ora everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Anahira Rangitoiriri. And as you can see, I'm a beauty guru. If you need any makeup tips, I got you.
Te whanau nau mai hoki mai ki tōku whārangi kiriata, nau mai haere mai rānei ki tōku whārangi kiriata. Hello family and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, kia ora, welcome. My name is Anahira and here we're about owning our happiness, owning our lives and owning our beautifully unique selves. Now before we get started with today's video, please excuse the wind, the traffic. It is very windy here in Rotorua. The weather's playing up a little bit, so if you do hear a bit of wind, that's why. And the lighting change, okay, sorry about that. We are currently working and investing into box lights and all of that good stuff so that we can fully situate our studio area, and there's no lighting change, and also audio is ka pai, but for now we are going to work with what we have. So today's video is about our plus size community again, and we are going to be doing tips and tricks in order to smell fresh and clean throughout the day. This is coming from personal experience. I'm not just coming on here just to be like, this is what you do and I don't do it. I do get a lot of compliments on the way I smell and that certain way, a certain scents I use, the way I actually clean my body and all of that good stuff. But I just want to give a few tips and tricks out to my ladies out there, especially plus size women, because it can be daunting being high maintenance and having extra layers, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean, having extra love. I did also want to say that please don't get offended or anything like that when I'm saying this. I don't see a lot of videos, realistic videos and views when it comes to plus size women or hygiene, I guess, if that's what you want to put it, how you want to put it. So I'm just going to be honest as possible, and if you feel uncomfortable then click out, but I'm open. Now we are going to go to the topic of showering. Before perfumes, all of that good stuff, we need to wash our bodies properly and actually shower correctly. And just make sure you keep all those grooves cleaned. Now as a plus size woman, again we have creases, crevices, curves that need to be cleaned, okay? And make sure you're either using a flannel or exfoliating gloves. I recommend the exfoliating gloves and flannel. So soap up the flannel with scented soap or unscented soap if you have sensitive skin, and then you want to put it in the areas like all your rolls and pukuraro and belly button and anywhere under your boobs, the brow bulge, those areas. You want to put the soap within those areas and get it all nice and lathered up. Then you want to wash it off. Do that same process, but this time you're going to put on the exfoliating gloves and actually leave the soap on and start rubbing so it gets all the dead skin off and all the bacteria out from those areas, okay? I quickly wanted to mention something else with your pito, your belly button, okay? Yes, you need to make sure that it's clean as well. So grab a cotton bud and clean it out 3 times. So the first time it takes off the surface layer of the bacteria, all of that stuff, sweat or whatever's built up inside your pito. Second time it gets deeper, cleans it more, and the third time is really just to ensure that everything's out and clean and cleansed properly, and it also leaves your pito scented and smelling nice if you do use a scented body wash. Now with your bum, like let's be real guys, okay, you want to make sure that stuff is clean. So you want to get a rag, separate rag, and you want to lather it up with soap, okay? Start from the crack and go down. Clean inside your butt cheeks. Then with the water, you want to grab it, make sure that it's running in between your butt cheeks so it's nice and clean and you cannot smell sweat. Then you want to grab another rag or another set of exfoliating gloves and clean under your bum cheek. Okay, because you never know, there could be sweat in those areas. Then you want to dry it thoroughly. Dry your bum cheek thoroughly, okay? And if you got hair in those areas, you want to also shave that area, because hair holds on to moisture and sweat, and your bum plus BO and plus hair, it's a recipe for disaster. So if you do have hair down there, shave it, sis, shave it, okay? Cool. Now I have heard this tip, I personally haven't tried it, which I'm like, should I don't know, I might break out on my butt cheeks, but I've heard of people spraying their bum cheeks, like they actually grab the same dry spray and they spray their bum cheeks and under the bum cheeks. I've heard about it, I think it was when I was watching a stripper vlog video. They said that that's what they do, that they spray their bum cheeks so when they twerk and stuff in people's faces, it's not like, you know, I'm just like, wow, okay, that's actually pretty smart, I didn't think of that. I am going to recommend the product, which is the St. Ives Brightening Cleanser, I think that's what it's called. I will leave it on the screen somewhere. It is this cleanser here by St. Ives. Now with the St. Ives cleanser, you want to use it on the areas that are a bit darker than your skin tone, so your neck, your armpits, your in between your thighs, wherever it may be. I mean, it just helps to lighten up your skin and also clean those areas. Sorry about that, Stefano, you couldn't see my friend come. Okay, shout out. So with that, you want to use scented products. I personally like to use the Palmolive's Lavender Body Wash. I'll put that over here. And that's the type of body wash that I like to use because it leaves my skin scented. And also for your private area, you want to use a feminine wash, specifically a feminine wash, okay, if you are going to wash down there. Now what I do is I'll either use a limited amount of the Palmolive's body wash, the lavender one, and use that with a rag, not as much, not as soapy, but if I do use a feminine wash, I will use and soap it up and then, you know, clean in those areas. Now once you have used your shower gel, your gloves, your flannel, and you have a scented or unscented body wash, what you want to do is make sure that all areas of your body are shaved. I know sometimes it gets all hard and you're just like, ugh, whatever, I'm just washing my body. But hair actually holds on to scent and moisture. So for example, if you're around a fire, that's why your hair's going to smell like smoke afterwards, because it actually holds on and absorbs the scents and all of the chemicals that are around in our atmosphere. So shave in your private areas, shave under your armpits, because hair actually holds on to moisture, therefore turns into body odor because of the bacteria that the hairs are actually holding on to. So if it holds on to a certain scent for a certain amount of time, that's when you get body odor and yuckies and bacteria and infections and yuck. So you want to make sure you shave in those areas so that it limits that, okay? Especially as plus size women, we have extra creases and crevices and curves, and then hair on top of that. It's just not a good mix. So make sure you shave and also wash between the crevices. Now when you are having a shower, make sure you use hot water or warm to hot water for the first few minutes when you're washing your body, so that you can open up the pores and actually get inside your pores, okay, and actually clean your whole body, deep cleaner. Once you finish and you're ready to get out of the shower, just before you get out, make sure you rinse off with cold water so it closes up your pores, so your pores can't get blocked. Now once you get out, you want to use an unscented moisturizer if you did use a scented body wash. If you want to use a scented moisturizer, I do recommend using the same scent you used as the body wash. If not, stick with something fruity like mango. I like to use mango because it's not just a light scent. So mango scents are really good because they're just a light fragrance scent. It's not really strong. So when it does get applied to your skin, it doesn't interfere with the scent of the soap and body wash that you've just used in the shower. Now, roll-on and sprays. I like to use both. And this is a bit of a tip and trick for my bigger ladies out there. When you're selecting your underarm spray, the scents that I recommend you to stay with that have helped me is just fresh scent smells. And I like the Dove range. And this is what they look like. So I like to use the roll-on, same roll-on scent and same dry spray scent. Do not get one roll-on scent that smells like fruit or strawberry burst or whatever, and then you get another one that smells like fresh shower scent. Just don't mix scents. Stick within the same scent range. This is the roll-on I was speaking about. Make sure you have 3 different ones. One for your armpits, one for your pukuraro, and one for the rest of your areas, your rolls, under boob, all of that good stuff. And also make sure you do go over with the same brand and scent that your roll-on is. Do not get different scents and do not get different brands because they use different products, okay? And it's just not a good mix. It's literally a recipe for disaster. We are going to get into my favorite tip and trick. With your armpits, I like to do roll on and then dry spray so it actually locks in the moisture. A lot of people like to use baby powder and I was one of those people. However, I stopped using baby powder because it would actually, I would sweat and oh my god, this is so gross. I would sweat and the powder would leave that yucky, like you know when you have a baby and they sweat and they got that like cheesy yucky smell? It done that, so I had to carry wipes with me everywhere to wipe every 5 minutes pretty much and then reapply the powder, and all I was thinking was, why is it happening? And I thought it was something to do with my production, my sebum production system. But it wasn't. It was actually the baby powder. Now it's fine if you wear it going to bed, that's fine, but during the day I wouldn't recommend it. You can try it if you want, and if you like it then that's fine, but for me personally it didn't work out for me. What I actually do is I actually do roll on and then I dry spray again. Same concept with my armpits, and I do that under the boobs and my creases, crevices, pukuraro, and even when I sweat it doesn't sweat as much and it doesn't stink, like it doesn't leave body odor, nothing like that, and it actually smells nice and fresh all day, and it lasts throughout the day as well. Perfumes, you want to figure out what actually goes nice with your own natural body odor, body smell I should say. We all have a certain body smell, and you need to find certain perfumes and perfume oils and whatnot that actually match up to your body scent. And my perfumes that I like to use that actually I feel are actually quite nice and actually coincide with my body scent is these. So these are just a few. There's the Marc Jacobs, which is very popular and very common with a whole heap of range of women, and it actually suits pretty much all body scents. And then you've got your Fire and Ice, Marc Jacobs, Gucci Envy Me. I made the mistake of actually going overboard with this, but don't go too overboard because it can make you feel dizzy, but honestly I'd rather make people feel dizzy than smell stink, so I didn't really care at the time. But do apply a small amount and it does last throughout the day. And then you have this is like my all-time favorite, which is Crush by Rihanna, and this scent is just I don't know, there's just something about the scent, but it really goes well with my body scent. I don't know what it is, what ingredients are in this, but it goes really well with my body scent and I love it. And every time I wear any of these perfumes I always get compliments on the way I smell, so I thought why not do a video helping other plus size women out there how to smell good and fresh throughout the day. Now while we're on the topic of perfumes, I recommend getting a mini roll-on size, specifically oil form, that's in the same scent as your perfume, and you can apply these to the areas where you've already sprayed to create a stronger scent. Or what I actually like to do is I like to roll it on my hand, get a natural based one without alcohol so that it does not affect your hair. So roll it on your hand and then just run it through your hair and you smell extra good. Just grab your hair and play with it, and it smells so good, but it does not ruin your hair. Now with that, you also want to make sure you have gum at all times. This is the extra white peppermint, okay, and I have so many gums and not even funny. I did make one mistake once where I didn't bring gum or any mints with me, and I didn't think we were going to be eating, and we went out to eat and there was onions in the food. No chewing gum and onion breath is not a good mix, so the whole night I was talking like this, or I was talking like this so they couldn't smell my breath and I was like, sorry, I lost stink breath. So with that, it has brought us to the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed today's video and gained a few more tips and tricks in your daily habits in order to smell fresh and clean throughout the day. Now if you do use some of these tips and tricks, please comment down below how they have helped you, and new tips and tricks that maybe you tried that has helped you that might help us. Although this specific topic may be uncomfortable for some, I wanted to throw out there some tips and tricks that would help, because I know it is difficult as a plus size woman to smell fresh throughout the whole day because of the extra love we have in certain areas. So thank you all so much for the love and support. We currently have 173 subscribers, so thank you all so much. For me that is a sign of growth, so thank you all so much for that again, and remember, stay healthy and wealthy. Ka kite!